Yeah, buddy. So I can feel myself getting sucked into the political fucking bullshit world. I call it that way because I just feel like a lot of bullshit exists in that arena, and I don't like it. So I decided to look a little bit into the Matt Gaetz, and one thing that's absolutely true, in fact, you guys can look it up too, is he was arrested. I forget when, for drunk driving, and apparently when he was pulled over, he initially denied that he'd been drinking or that he was drunk, and subsequently failed two sobriety tests and was arrested. And that was after leaving a nightclub in Florida. So we know for a fact that he goes to nightclubs, and then he goes to nightclubs and drinks in excess to when he's drunk, and he's drunk enough to where he gets pulled over. And then not only does he get pulled over while drinking, which is in itself a fucking really bad fucking thing to do, but he lies about it. And he lies about it. And they have to do two fucking tests to prove that he was fucking actually drunk. So there's that. That's actual factual shit that happened. It's recorded and all this and that. So then, it's like, oh, dude was going to a nightclub. It's not hard for me to imagine that he would be trying to be with somebody who's fucking 17 years old. And maybe she was a plant. Maybe she was sent there to fucking, do something, and they found out. Da, 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 da. But the point is, we know that he's a liar, first of all. Like, I don't know. Do you guys, it's just like the thing with liars is like, especially if it's like you're proven to be a liar, and you're trying to be a public representative, like, you just don't know. Like, what else is he going to lie about? Like, you don't know until you find out that he's lying at something, unfortunately. But, I wasn't even looking for that. I just wanted to look more into the case that happened with the 17-year-old. Now, there's apparently some FBI tapes, which I feel like he wants to let them released. I'd love to hear about them too, man. I think I don't know why. Who the fuck knows why? But I don't know, man. Shit doesn't feel good. I don't know. I look at the dude. He doesn't look all bad. Everybody's got a little bit of it, but I definitely feel he gives off definitely a dirtiness. There's some definite dirtiness there. That's just how I feel, dude. I feel like there's some dirtiness there. I don't want it to be so. I'd like to have a good attorney general, just like I'd like to have a good president. But if I don't see it and I don't feel it, I'm not gonna go agree with it because it doesn't feel right inside of myself. And I had like. You really should. Like, if you can't figure out who you want to be on your fucking team before the deadline of the election, then you missed the fucking point. Like, I really think that the people's teams, like, this, who they want, if they're going to be president, their whole team, that should be a part of electing them. That should be, and if they can't figure it out, then they shouldn't be on the ballot. Because otherwise, who knows who the fuck they're going to let in once they're elected. Because once they're elected, sure, you can impeach them, but that's fucking hard, dude. Like, once they're in there, like, it just makes it that much more difficult, which is something that, and then it can just be easily be maneuvered. Like, you got to think about it from like, if there is some global entity that's against humanity and they have a lot of power over elections, which if you look at BlackRock and some of these similar companies, some say that like they hold more sway than people want to fucking know. How much, I don't know. But that's what I would do is I would get the people to agree on one candidate who goes in there and then he brings in, maybe he's not that bad, but then he's able to bring in a bunch of real bad motherfuckers because he's already been elected. And then maybe he has a couple choice people to make him look good. That's what I would do. And that's unfortunately looks like what's happening. So anyways, I'm going to try to get out of this political shit because I can already feel myself fucking getting down into it. And it's like, it's not going to solve anything. Like, people already know about the corruption. Like, what's going to solve it is by taking back the economy, which is what the project does. So, all right. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.